Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the last block. The last block in a long chain of this day. And then we have some severe criticism from the foreigners in our audience, so we're going to share that with you. But first, we asked what you thought, how it was going so far during the day. So let's roll that 2-minute video.
Blockchain will evolve, and every big crash it will have, it will make it stronger. Maybe it will get hacked, I don't know. To me it looks impossible, but suppose it will, then there will become a next blockchain 2.0. But the fact that you have a database that can contain something that is called truth, then you don't need faith.
That is covered. You should not even talk about blockchain, because it's more like the normal people should be believing that the institutions are doing their work and companies are doing their work, and so they can basically do their work and having a frictionless life as well.
And you can understand why people wouldn't want to place trust in these human institutions when they can place trust in mathematics instead, because you can point all the tanks and guns and fighter jets at 2 + 2 and it's always going to be 4, and it's a very this is a very powerful thing.
If you want to change things, you need finance to finance the change, to put into it. And I think that fintech, blockchain is a great enabler of the changes that need to happen, both on the financial inclusion side and on the impact side.
See, blockchain for me something's like an envelope, like you sealed an envelope. And okay, there's a trusted part from inside, we know it, we stored it. And if I give this envelope to you, the sealed one, no one can break this.
There are new possibilities, and upon these new possibilities we can create new kinds of solutions, and these solutions can fix problems we didn't know we had. And that's what I really like.
Decentralizing trust and taking it from the hands of few and putting it in the hands of many, distributed by cyberspace, gamed by code, and made honest by algorithms. On July 7th, Europe's first ICO conference in London, and anybody that wants to come, if they use capital B, capital C, capital N, Blockchain News, they can get half price on tickets. Put it in the coupon code.
Okay, wonderful. Now, I have a couple of things to share with you. All the presentations, we've asked all the speakers and they said, sure, you can put them on the blockchain. So we'll basically sign up on blockchain and we'll have them make sure that that's also the real only presentation. So that will be their presentation. We have all the videos will be online shortly, maybe tomorrow, but also all the technology, the different tracks will be online. Maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We've been, for the longest time, trending topic on Twitter. There's absolutely nothing in the Netherlands which is more interesting to talk about than our conference, so that's nice. And we had more than 2,000 people watching the live stream, so that's really, 5 times this room, so that's pretty good. First question to you. If Ethereum would be 10 cents, would you buy it? Question. Okay. Yes. Nobody says no. Next question. Okay. Next question. Why didn't you buy it yesterday at 10 cents? Or who did? Who did buy it at the... No, nobody did. Yeah. Oh. So all the ones they say yes, can their screen light up green for a second? I mean, did you buy yesterday at 10 cents Ether? I wish. So show me that slide, Paul. So yesterday, the Ether, we talked about it, that it was crashed, but I didn't know how much severe it was. It went from about $400 or $350 to 10 cents yesterday. Who knew that? That was so dramatic. I was so busy with the conference that I didn't know. I mean, so it went completely to 10 cents. Now, how did that work? I mean, all you in the financial industry have to laugh. But there was one guy had 25 million in the ether, and he said, "Well, let's put it into cash." And then the exchange goes, "Oh my God!" And then the spread basically went to 230 or something like that for a short time. And then a lot of automatic sell orders started to execute. Oh my God, ether is 230. Sell. And it went on a deep cliff to 10 cents. And why did it recover? Because there were a whole lot of people say, if ether less than this, buy. So suddenly, there was a big wave, not very far afterwards, which says, okay, buy, pew, and it was within the shortest time, it was up. And that's, of course, sign of an extremely immature industry, which we are. But if you had a nice execution, if you had a smart program, smart contract, buying ether, for less than 100, I would say execute it now. So that would be very interesting. And we have a couple of guests from Kenya who are basically actually totally surprised. I mean, that's nice. We have people from Kenya who came here for the conference to basically look at what's happening here. So I thought that was nice. But also we have people from India, and they go like, this country, this Europe is so slow. So can you get up for a second? What's your name?
Ravi.
Here. Ravi, and what kind of company are you?
I represent Cripsy. I'm a founder of Cripsy. And we have a technology platform that helps people to develop blockchain applications in days.
Yeah, and you had a live, and we saw if you have a claim, you have a live application already on blockchain. And what does the application do?
Yeah, it's as Dave very well advised me 1 year ago. He said when you are trying to attempt to help the client with a blockchain application, make sure there is a foundational change. It's not just disruptive. A process change can happen in a database technology. A foundational change is very important. It's not just technology. I don't know whether you remember, I met him 1 year ago in his office. Yeah. So this is the foundation change. Yeah. Normally in insurance, what happens? If there is an incident, you go to the insurance company, you produce a lot of documents and claim. And this application we went live for one of our clients in India. It's launched on the 14th. You don't have to claim. Money will come to your wallet account.
Hooray,
if the flight is delayed.
Hooray. And you think that Europe is extremely slow and doing only proof of concepts?
It's not about, I think I want to help by talking to people here, how best we can help to.
If you really want to implement it quickly, go to India.
A simple POC, it takes about 24 hours for us to deliver. A complicated POC, it will take maybe about 5 days. That's the application.
Okay, and if you want 1 billion Internet of Things connected, basically right into the blockchain, in 4 weeks he has it done. Thanks, you, Ravi. Thank you very much. Okay, so I mean, guys, we need to go live with blockchain. I mean, it's good. The Dutch really love to test and retest and test again and test a little bit more. And but we need to start doing it. Really, it was funny. 2 days ago, I presented for the board of directors of the Dutch railroads, and we also talked about how blockchain could help them because they have a huge amount of ledger. But we also talked about India because I talked about autonomous driving vehicles and autonomous driving planes and autonomous flying planes and boats and everything. And the only thing which are not autonomous in the Netherlands are the trains. And there were great examples of India, which has plenty of people, where you have autonomous driving trains driving, And not because you don't have enough people, but because it's way too dangerous to have people do that work. People are terrible. They're terrible flyers. I mean, a pilot is not allowed to fly the plane anymore when there's rain, when there's fog, when there's snow, when there's anything dangerous happened, he cannot land a plane anymore. And also we have 1 million people dying every year in traffic because people are horrible. If you're really completely focused, then it's okay. If you are drunk, you have 3 times more chance for an accident. If you have a smartphone in your hand, 26 times more chance on an accident. People need to get out of the equation. They need to just entertain themselves, they need to have fun, but they shouldn't be doing serious things like driving systems, driving anything. So that's basically what we're talking about. Next year, much more practical implementations, please. And we did try to find them. Now, of course, India is much better, you know, and we also have Kenya is much more real time, and also in China. You know, people are really ahead of us. We are so much behind. Can I ask Ling Kong to come on stage? And Ling Kong, this is his 8th company and his 6th startup, and he did everything. He did lots of startups in all kinds of different companies. And you know, it's a 2 billion, and now he's at the last startup. He was number 10 in a 2 billion, the value is about 2 billion, investment of Mark van der Gijs, right? Lending, peer-to-peer lending. And they do it at a serious space. They do about 400 million, you know, per month. And well, he's going to explain that a little bit, but he came up with a brilliant idea to get people credit, to get companies credit. So, and I thought it was a fantastic story. So I mean, he also came from China, so I think, yeah, China or India, you're about the same way to come to our conference. Thank you very much for coming, Ling, and take it away. Okay, enjoy. Give him a big hand.